Speaking of Trump, there's actually been some other stuff going on in the news. There's been a lot going
Big
on
surprise.
with him. Yes. He's been recently briefed that Iran is trying to kill him. There's a few different ways that they're supposedly wanting to do this, and I guess they want him gone. And again, I got another video for that for you. This is kind of what's going on to give you a brief synopsis.
The former American president and the Republican candidate Donald Trump has claimed big threats to his life from Iran. This comes after he was briefed on Tuesday by the U.S. intelligence officials on alleged threats from Iran to assassinate him. The campaign spokesperson, Stephen Chong, has said in a statement that Donald Trump was warned by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. Now, Trump, in fact, broke the news on his Truth Social account on Wednesday. His post added that the Iranian moves did not succeed, but they will try again. He's also underlined that the entire U.S. military is watching and waiting. But this is not an isolated incident. In the past as well, Iran has denied Washington's bizarre claims of interfering in American affairs. However, it is pretty important to note here that it was not immediately clear if the threats referred to by the campaign and Trump himself were new or the threats that had previously been reported.
So there is some crazy threats that are going on right now. And Trump has responded to these threats. He's been very brief with it, but in his last rally that he had, he did address them directly. And this is what he had to say.
Enemies are desperate to prevent Donald Trump from returning to the White House because they know I will make America great again. They don't want that. 4 years ago, our country was feared and respected, and our country will soon be feared and respected again. We have to have that. And that's why we all need to pull together to thwart these attempts and to bring back American strength, power, and prestige. We will soon have it back. No threat will shake me. No enemy will intimidate me. And I have never been more determined than I am today, and I will never back down in my fight to make America great again, which is what we're doing. So I want to make that statement because we are under threat. I have been threatened very directly, and I appreciate the agencies that we've been meeting with, but we've been threatened very directly by Iran. And I think you have to let them know, because the best way to do it is through the office of the president, that you do any attacks on former presidents or candidates for president, your country gets blown to smithereens, as we say. 41 days from now, we are going to win the state of North Carolina. We are going to defeat Comrade Kamala Harris, and we are going to take back our country. We're going to take it back.
So there you have it. Don, what are your thoughts on that? That's his response to these Iranian.
He's saying what he needs to be said, but that really isn't the story. I mean, the story is the assassinations themselves. It's supposed to be the rumors 5 kill teams on the ground, 2 domestic down there already. He's already had 2 attempts. And, not for nothing, we've been thinking about weird motives of the other assassination attempts, right? But what if that was kind of like predictive conditioning, right? Kind of getting the country ready for when it actually happens. It's not too shocking. It's like, well, they've been shooting at him for a while. And now they put it on the Iranians. They're supposedly surface-to-air missiles that have been smuggled into the country. I mean, now they're probably targeting his plane. I mean, this is getting very serious. And we've said it from the beginning. Like, at some point, this is their only option.
Absolutely.
I think we should be a lot more concerned about this than we maybe are.
At this point, that's what they want. Is they want him gone. And, he is rising in the polls. Tyler, what do you think? What do you think they're going to do next?
Yeah, I think, time and time again, I think what we're looking at is if the assassination attempts are not working, they might invoke the 25th Amendment on Biden in October, which is kind of what they're talking about right now, seeing if Kamala will just have that 1 month to say, hey, the first president, Kamala Harris, first female in the United States.
But then she owns everything. She owns everything then. She owns the entire, right now she can finally be like, yeah, I wasn't Biden.
It could be that sense where they know that, and then something's got to really do well, like the economy just skyrockets that 1 month, and then Kamala will take the credit. That's my idea, but could be wrong.
She'd have to do interviews to take credit.
One thing too about like the first two shooters is they were trying to pin that on Iran as well, including Crooks. It didn't work out, but they were trying to, steer the narrative that way because they want war with Iran, plain and simple. And here's another thing too. So if they do this or they're successful or whatnot, they get the MAGA base mad and will vote in favor of war with Iran. And that's one of the goals.
2 birds, 1 stone. They get to kill Trump and they get war with Iran. Oh my gosh, you're freaking me out.